Let's get into it. Hey everyone, MoonBoots Capital is finally here to present you the first episode of Chats with JoJo. In this episode, I interview with none other Manny Hernandez, the CEO of Omni, a visionary with super ambitious plans for the Omni app, which is using artificial intelligence to drive change and a better social media platform. Omni is a never done before mega social media app that is jam-packed with world features and tools. This team is pioneering the world's first reward sharing app, forever changing the universe of social media and tech. So sit back, enjoy your coffee, and also enjoy this interview. Bye. My name is JoJo with MoonBoots, and I am here today with Manny Hernandez, the CEO and co-founder of Omni.ai, which is the future of social media. But we are transitioning into a new channel, which I will be the new host, but I'm going to have Manny take it away for his viewers and his fans and what they're going to expect of this channel.
Yes, thank you for having me over, Jojo. It's a pleasure. It's been so long that we're trying to put this together to make it happen. So glad to be here. Finally, we made it happen. But maybe some of the subscribers of the channel are a little bit confused right now, thinking what's happening here. So let me put you up to speed. As if you guys know me already. I've been a crypto guy that was doing a channel called the Wealth Legacy Freedom. As we were building Omni in the back, I had a channel that was just pure crypto based, talking all things crypto, keeping the community informed about news and all kinds of things. As I got more involved with Omni and the workload in Omni continued to get heavier and heavier and heavier, my time was very limited for me to give love to that channel and be able to continue to do the things that I was doing here. So what we decided to do, plus as the CEO, and this is true, as the CEO of a company that has a crypto component, I shouldn't be out there having a show that is about other crypto projects when I have my own crypto project, right? So sometimes it's about what is appropriate. So what we have decided to do is that we transition over to our Omni People Driven channel. So if you search in YouTube, Omni People Driven, you will be able to find me every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But here's what we have done. I have passed the ownership, if you will, of the channel to our friends at MoonBoots Capital, who have here our beautiful JoJo with us, hosting all the content of this channel. So for once, a prettier face to watch on the channel, so that's good. That's we're improving. But second, it's more appropriate because she will be able to keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening around the crypto news. Right. Continue to give love to this channel. Her videos.
Your community for Omni and yourself, Manny. Obviously, we're going to keep in touch. It's not like I'll never see you again or this is going to be the only interview. You're definitely going to be like a very frequent guest on here, but I'm very excited for anyone that's watching. I'm just really excited to kind of dive in and to do all these live AMAs, kind of cover the current projects that is interesting, that is popping, that is on fire. You're going to see that consistently on this channel. And again, if you wanted to see Manny and where he's at, he's got his channel. All you got to do is just type Omni.ai and you're literally going to see his face with this cup of coffee being like,
everywhere. Exactly. If you go to YouTube and type Omni.ai, it will show up there. And every Saturday night we keep the community up to date. But it's a more Omni-centric type channel for obvious reasons. And if you want to stay up to date with the overall crypto market, that's what you got JoJo here for, to keep you informed.
I am excited. I'm super excited to kind of that you hand over the baton and I'm going to continue this race. I've trained for this, so very excited. And thank you for everyone that hopefully will accept me and, we can continue this awesome journey together. I'm excited. I've been excited ever since I met you.
So great to be here, JoJo. Thank you for having me over.
Yeah, our pleasure. I actually wanted to kind of get started with a few things, but actually, let me pull up your name right here. Boom, we're actually here. We're finally doing it. I know we've been talking about jumping on a call, doing our live recording, and it's finally happening. But
Yeah, that's so great because we tried a couple of times and then I got COVID, as most of my community knows and whatnot. It was mayhem, so we did try a couple of times to make it happen, but finally we're here. Finally, we're coming out
I'm
to
happy.
the people with this, so that's awesome.
But yeah, I was so curious because I wanted to hear more of your backstory on how you got started with this type of movement, with this type of app. So I guess my first question could be, can you tell us more about your journey with Omni and how this idea came about?
That's perfect. So great. So first of all, I am a guy, a sales guy at the core. 17 years old in the streets of Puerto Rico without speaking English. I was selling one of the hardest products that exists, insurance. Nobody needs them. Nobody feels that they need one until they need it, right? So it's a very hard product. So, but it teach me the art of selling. When things got bad in Puerto Rico and I was already 20 some years old, I joined the army. And that gave me the discipline needed, also the never quit, the mission accomplished type attitude that is so much needed, especially in the entrepreneur world right now. But that also allowed me to learn English and so many other things. But it introduced me to something that until then I had never experienced coming from Puerto Rico, growing up poor, which is the world of computers, the world of the internet. And quickly I found out that everything that I was doing, marketing and selling and doing stuff in the streets of Puerto Rico when I was doing insurance back and I was a kid, you could also do it online, but now the world was kind of, I wasn't limited by geographics. Came in to do marketing, after leaving the army in 2009. I started researching on how to do online marketing, and I saw a big need for technology. Several of the technologies that most people are used nowadays, like even Facebook ads and stuff like that. Nothing existed back then. There was a big technology gap in the marketing space, and I got interested into program. That's what got me interested in program because I was trying to solve problems that I was having, and there were no tools available. So I decided to roll my sleeve and start developing technology for marketing, for the marketing industry. Blew up big time, built a marketing company that was just dealing with a set of couple clients in the insurance and the banking industry, generating several six figures a month revenues for the company, just building and upkeeping this technology. So it was in 2013 when I first come across Bitcoin because I'm working on the technology for the marketing and all that, but I was already kind of doing good and I needed, you start looking to where can I put my money, right? And Bitcoin was coming around and we lost the bubble of 2013. I lost it. That made me feel like I missed out. Like really, I felt I missed it. How come? And that got me to learn about mining because I was like, if I'm instead of buying Bitcoin, I'm gonna buy. I have them here. I bought those. That's what I bought. I bought the miners that right now they're saying as
Are those still the
releasing.
original? Are those
Those
still
are
like,
the ones. In 2014,
wow?
I ordered them. In 2014, I had to wait close to a
Yeah.
year to get
Yeah.
them. I got them down here to Honduras. I was the first person in whole Central America mining Bitcoin in Central America. Before it
That's
was cool.
insane.
Now that
That's insane. Yeah,
so,
now everyone's
but
doing it.
but here's the deal. It forced me, which I love that fact, because it forced me to truly learn about the technology. Unfortunately, several of the people that come into the space, they come first, and I don't blame it because most people let this experience. You come for a coin, and you expect the coin to gain in value, and holding that coin makes you learn about the technology underneath, right?
Yeah.
I was backwards. I went straight for the mining. I needed to learn. I had to learn, what hashing powers, mining pools, how the actual technology works. And that was the big aha moment for me. Because when I fully understood the blockchain, I understood the facts that many people don't see talking about, that the true revolution is happening on decentralized ledger technologies. That's the real invention. What we call a crypto coin is just the incentive the network used to secure the network and keep everybody keeping a legit copy of their ledger, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when all the different applications started to come, but it was too early. 2017 comes around, and that's when it hit. I started. I saw several projects and ICOs and things popping, and I was excited. I was like, "Oh, this is the revolution. These are the people, all these projects and companies and things coming out that are going to take this technology to the masses and do that shift in, get to, so that we can grow and go to a whole new level as a species, because I think that we're leveling up as a whole species thanks to decentralized ledger technologies. But 2017 came and went. I did good. Most people that rode the wave did good, but nobody came out as a true winner, as a true, this is the project that will take crypto to the masses. Understandably, in hindsight, there were several layers being built. The technology wasn't yet ready for a killer dApp. But when 2018, when I saw that nobody actually were capable of delivering on that promise, and the market is coming down again, everybody's feeling wrecked and feeling down, that's when I was like, okay, if nobody's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, because it was around that time that I came across an article from Daniel Jeffries about the hidden feature of Bitcoin. The feature that everybody missed about Bitcoin, which is it doesn't only give you the ability to have a coin, but it gives you the ability to start over and distribute the coin right in a way that is top bottoms up, and several different concepts that article covered. And then I was thinking, but what killer app can take it? Because here's the reality, and we all know have known this. We need to take crypto to the masses in a way that the new person doesn't. They don't need to understand crypto. They don't need to understand blockchain technology. When I go to the store, I don't need to understand how that machine I swap my card on works. I just need to know that it works. So how do you make it easy? TikTok was getting all this booming, and then I look over there and I look at the space and I'm like, well, wait a minute, where is my decentralized social media that can deliver? Everybody for ages, especially in the crypto space, has been speaking that a decentralized social media will be the best, a perfect use case. Everybody loves to use it as an example. And then I was like, but where is it? Where is my alternative to the powers that be? Where is my true alternative to social media? We like to complain about the products that we use, but we do the complaining in their platforms. Why? Because there's no alternative. I saw what was around the market, and I saw facts. And excuse me, everybody who is in the market doing any other social media project, but I saw that nobody had what it took to compete. If you wanted to compete, if you want to become a true alternative, you need to look, feel, and behave like
100%.
Like any of the top-notch social apps. And you cannot do that without proper AI technology empowering your feed, your recommendation engine. You cannot do that if you don't have all the elements, the infrastructure, if you are not able to scale, if you don't have a camera that allows creators to create. How do you want creators to create if you don't give them the tools they need to create? That's what TikTok gives you. That's what Instagram, why Instagram was Instagram is because it had a killer camera that iPhone needed at the beginnings, which made Instagram what it is. That the filters, an easy to use tool. Nobody has it. So we focused, and then we went through 2020 doing the full research. We didn't shortcut in our research like most people do. We did it right. How do you build a social media platform from the ground up without the dependencies that can get you shut down, aka Amazon and other things, that is using the latest technology, fully scalable, and with all the AI tools and camera and all the bells and whistles that anybody will expect. But that is also but that is also has the person at the center, rewards that individual for the contribution they're putting into the platform, and makes them owner of their content, which is something else that no social media has. Every social media platform you go right now, they are the owner.
Right.
What
They're
we're
the
trying
ones
to
that
do,
are selling your data. They're the ones that
that's
are just
it.
kind of,
They tell you, oh, you can also use it. You can also use it, but who is making the money out of your content? It's them.
Yep.
And if they feel like doing so, they will throw at you some prompts. Here, thanks to crypto, decentralized ledger technologies, and the new revolution that is coming into the space, the NFT technology, that allows me or allows us as an entity to say, no, your post, your content. And now, depending on how well it behaves, now you make money. You earn based on the value that content is adding to the ecosystem. That's a much better play to earn model. That's a much better incentive process than having to work until you reach 20,000 followers and then hope you get accepted into some of these creator funds. Now here, from day one, you can be compensated for the value.
I think you said it. I think the key word is definitely incentive, right? There's a purpose to be here. It's not just like, yeah, hoping once you get 20K followers that you're going to get something, maybe. But like with yours, like your platform, it's completely different. I think I saw on your website that you can get coins for creating content, doing challenges. You can even tip your favorite creators. That's very, very different, right? Because I can't tip on Instagram. Maybe I can find your link and I can find your Venmo or your Chase Pay or whatever. But
your
that's
Patreon,
just not
your Patreon, which is all additions and separate things, not in-house. They don't have it
exactly. Yeah, everything's still pretty separate, and it's all like I got to go here, 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 here to tip you. But now this is like straight to the point, and I like you, and it's like it's easier too. Which, by the way, it sucks to have like for me, I'm all over social media, right? I love it. I can't help it. And I have, I think, around maybe 7 accounts on TikTok, 3 accounts on Instagram. I literally have too much data on my phone. So it would be nice to have everything all in one app, one place where I'm like, cool, open, I'm here.
I'm here and I'm feeling that you're in control. You still the owner of all your content and that you're being compensated. Well, side deals that you creators do with brands and things, that's one thing, and we can tackle on that. But just making sure that as you go through your journey of creating, becoming that social media personality, that from the day one, you're being compensated. Even if you got 10 views, well, you need to get 10 views worth of value back to you. If you get 200 views and 3 likes, well, 200 views and 3 likes worth of value back to you. So every time that you make a little bit better, you see those small wins. It's not life-changing, but you along the way, those small wins keep you engaged, motivated,
100%,
and moving. Because sometimes it's, in some of these other platforms, it's a consistency. Being able, like I was telling you in a private call not long ago, like being able to be there week after week after week, no matter what, is what your community
100%.
appreciates.
It's funny how like Instagram, how it started, it was a big boom, and like how it's like slowly declining, where I don't even want to be there anymore, right? It's not really fun. The algorithm's not that great, and I'm not really getting paid for it, So it's kind of dying. Same with Facebook, they're dying. And they're trying to compete with something like TikTok because the algorithm's so great. The community is pretty strong. So I think that's what people want. They want a type of realness. They want this type of identity. They want this type of, I think that's the next step, play to earn. So
how do you bring it all into one platform? Which is the idea. The idea here was, and it was a natural, just sitting back and we did a lot of research into this. Actually, I would say more than what we should have done. But in reality, if you just sit back and think, for those of us old enough to remember, right, the days of MySpace. MySpace was cool. You can put your profile, pimp it, put music, do all kinds of
customize.
I don't remember that there was nothing wrong with it. Maybe a little bit overcrowded and maybe a little too flashy. But all of a sudden, Facebook comes and it shows up as the new kid in the block with more minimalistic, cut down experience. And what happened? Somehow, for some reason, I still fail to understand it. Everybody at once left MySpace, completely empty MySpace out. If you think about it, thinking back. But check it out. Then everybody's on Facebook. Then Instagram comes around. And everybody, well, the old people, sorry everybody, right? Yeah, but let's keep it real. The older folks, they stayed on Facebook because they were already comfortable there. And the newer generation, millennials, if you will, moved into Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. They're in Instagram now, and they're loving Instagram. Then Snapchat comes around. And what happens? Oh, they move into Snapchat. All of the sudden, meanwhile, Facebook is afraid of Instagram and go back to them. Then when finally they're here, we own Instagram and we're controlling Instagram, Snapchat, they tried to buy them. What did Snapchat do? They didn't buy. So what did Facebook do? Or Instagram in this case? Instagram's Facebook's division, right? Well, they went and got the feature that made Snapchat, the stories. We all know why were people in Snapchat? The stories. So the moment Instagram integrates this killer feature everybody was raving about, everybody back to Instagram, right? Now, a couple years later, new kid enters into the blog out of Asia, buy Musical.ly without nobody knowing, and now enter TikTok with a new short video that takes everybody by storm. When I first went into TikTok, it was like a black hole. The algorithm, I was impressed by the algorithm, which we want to make something better than them now. But that's the thing, and now we were like, it took everybody by storm. What happens? Facebook immediately tries to launch a clone. Fails miserably. Fails. When let me grab that feature and put it in like a Frank. When you look at Instagram right now, all I see is a Frankenstein with a main feed and stories and reels here and I don't know what to post where, because you can post it all to all, but we all know that the algorithm will hate that. You need to create content specific for the feed, content specific for the story, content specific for the reels. Give me a break, please.
Oh, trust me, I know all about it. You should literally go on my Instagram story right now. I had to convert it. Like this long 2-minute video, I had to go back to the editing. I had to cut that to fit it into the Instagram story and put other music. And then TikTok was a completely different setup. I'm like, man, an hour just went by. I am tired. I am so tired of doing this. So
just repurposing content. Just to be able to repurpose your
content. And like try to make sure that it fits in well with the story and then the post and the feed and the reels. It's getting a little bit, people are kind of getting tired. I mean, it's COVID and people are still inside, so people are still experimenting. But I mean, TikTok is kind of winning it. But you know what? I kind of wanted to learn a little bit more on so what do you think? What are we going to see with Omni? What's like the future in the next few months that we might see that you're trying to do and trying to accomplish?
Okay, so first of all, we have a whole plan ahead. I see already. I have already thought this product all the way through 5 to 10 years into the future, and with all the things that we want to have there, it's a road to get there. If I want to become the alternative, it's gonna take some development to get there. The good part is that we have been already hands-on developing since September last year, so we are actually 1 year of hands. After we were done with that, we had an initial proof of concept because we had to ensure that certain keys were possible. In order to build a scalable solution, you need to make sure it's possible first. I cannot come here and say I'm going to go compete with Facebook if I don't know I can build something that can truly compete with them. So that proof of concept was really crucial because it showed us it is possible, but we need to do the right environments and build it the right way. So we went to build the right thing. We have been since September. We're about, I want to say 2 to 3 months from beta. And the beta will have the main feed short. It's going to be unique. You're going to know right away you're in a whole new place, right? It's a brand new place, but it's a short video, right? Feed, and powered by in-house AI, which there's a lot that you guys will start to hear more about the AI side of things of the company in the next couple of weeks or months. So it's going to have the feed. It's going to have your profile or the basis that you have all your posts, but the camera, which is for us was the most important part. I can take 2 months. In 2 months, I can bring something that has your profile and a little feed that if you post is chronological, right? And you just post. And you have to use your camera phone, your phone camera, I mean, to do the creation. Mm-hmm. That's hard because, as you know, you have to take it to the editor, produce it, clean the audio, do so, separate audio and video. You're a YouTuber, you know the deal.
Yeah.
So what we did is we went and got the best team on video editing, producing, and engine video editing rendering systems. Their technology is absolutely impressive. Cost us an arm and a leg, but we got the best infrastructural tech needed to empower our camera and our filters and our tools and we have it. It's actually it's already integrated. I don't think you'll be able to see these from here. I might do a little sneak peek if you allow me.
That'd be awesome. We would love that. And
but I don't know if you guys will be able to see it from here.
Hang on. Let's see if I can zoom you in. Actually,
I don't know if you can zoom me in here. It's gonna be hard.
I see the astronaut.
You see the astronaut, and
yes.
And you see the little. Here I got with glasses and whatnot. That's some of the AR filters in the app. But the camera, like for you, the girls, you're gonna love these. We have these.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. And
the girls are gonna love these. Let me show you something that you're gonna love before we move forward. You know the makeup. You wake up in the morning and you don't feel like putting makeup, none of that, and you have a meeting on Zoom and you have to rush.
Time.
Imagine being able to just spend 30 minutes in the app with our AR filters that you apply all the makeup up and then you save it. This is my makeup. You wake up one of those days that you don't have the time to put the real deal. You just put a filter in your camera and now
you can customize it. You can customize like your look and your contouring and all that, and you could save
our makeup features. My wife is crazy about. So you get the idea. My wife is crazy about the filters and the makeup and all that. Woman, and she has like a separate camera that is just for a separate app, very popular. That is only for the filters and the makeup, so that she can get the perfect makeup for the perfect picture. You know how it goes, woman. So she was trying the other day our makeup stuff, and she was like, "This is better." And I'm like, "Baby, and you can save it. It's inside your app."
What a supporter.
But here's the deal. You know why we leave it? Because it's my wife, and if it sucks, she will go.
She'll tell you, I'm sure. I believe
it's my wife. She'll be like, "This is the shit you've been waiting for." She'll tell me right away, right? No. She's like, "Wow, And for me, that was a lot of validation because I know that if I do something bad, we've been together for 12 years.
Yeah, you'll never hear the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's some of the things that we're doing. So we feel, we are excited because in the next few months, going back to the core of your question, we should be able to release this beta, right? And start getting it into the hands of the people to start getting some real-time feedback before we go mainstream.
Yeah, funny enough, we're all really excited. I mean, whoever is in the community is very excited to finally get this sneak peek that they've been waiting for. I was talking to your Chief Business Development Officer, Petrix Barbosa. He actually told me something really interesting, and I wanted to know, how many people are waiting for this app? What's the number?
Oh, I don't have the exact numbers in here. I know that we crossed 200,000.
200,000. 200,000 people are waiting for this app. That is a lot of people. That's a big list.
And what we love is that they're excited about the app, which is what we want people to understand. We are a social media app with a crypto component, and we want people to be promoting and pushing the app. We don't want people to be promoting the coin because we want people to come for the right reasons to use the product that needs the coin. And when we released the reservation, right? It was explosive growth, and we crossed 200,000 people waiting. And at some point, I was thinking there must be a lot of fake people in here, trying to fool the the referral program, but now we did a lot of cleaning. There's some of that, but no, our newsletter is going out, and the response that we get is massive. The replies that we get every time we release something to the people through our newsletters, you're gonna see the replies coming back. People, the number one question.
Community.
Yeah, the number one question is, when can I get it? I want it now. Like everybody wants, and you can tell it's the perfect timing. Going to the original at the beginning of the call of the interview here, that you see how you say that everybody's kind of getting tired of Instagram and whatnot. It's the time. The market needs a new kid in the block. The market needs something fresh, but nobody was building it, only us.
I think that's a spot on point. No one was doing it because either they were too afraid. They're like, oh, they've already done it. Like, what can we be different? And you guys, you know what? I'm actually going to share your website because it's just like clean cut. And I just wanted to visually get it down. 1 second. Let me just turn. All right, cool. Let's see if I can make that bigger. All right, awesome. So yeah, it's exciting because you're not only get Apple users, but Androids, which I'm an Android, so thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, and something else that for the developers know this, but many times the regular people in the community don't understand this. We're building two apps, and when it comes to development, understand this, completely different. We have two app development teams, one for Android, and actually they are competing against each other internally right now to see who gets the beta out sooner, the Android or the iOS. It's a fun competition we got going on. So yeah.
Very, very interesting. Let's see if I could. I also wanted to, I didn't know this. You're also a software developer, correct?
Correct.
Crazy.
Well, more of a technology visionary. I started programming and got the hang of programming early on when I was on the marketing side of things. But then I found out that I was faster if I could get me a more experienced program, because I needed like at least 5 years of programming learning to get to the point I needed to develop the things I wanted to develop. So I went and started hiring and putting, getting around very talented senior developers.
Right.
And started working with them, and then together bringing the solutions for the marketing. And then two of them, actually you have them there, Boban Pavlovsky and Luciana Grainer, they're coming over from that old team. And then we started recruiting last year everybody else that was needed at the time that we needed them.
You have a great team. You have a strong team. And then your strategic advisors, I mean, I don't know if you're going to still add on some advisors to you, but it's still pretty strong. And not only that, your development team, which being a software developer on your side, which I just found that out today, it's, I'm sure, amazing for your team because it's like they get it, you get it, and I'm sure the communication is going to be a lot smoother. And
so much easier.
I think you have an advantage. You have an advantage.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like as the CEO, I'm always running, from the tech guys, and that's what I was telling Patrick sometimes, because sometimes we get in calls and we go into technical conversations that sometimes we look up and we see the admin guys like they're not quite following.
Yeah, they're like,
but it's great because that's how you build solutions. You need to understand the market need versus the technology versus what is not possible. So, once you start building, right, you will have stuff, you have stuff that you can already exist that you can just incorporate. You have stuff that doesn't exist, you have to create, but then you have problems that solutions have not been found yet, which has to be created. And that's where the creation, when you create new technologies, because you're just finding roadblocks along the way, and you're solving small problems that become part of the bigger solution. So we are excited. We are genuinely excited because we know in the bottom of our heart that once we put this in the hands of the people and they see the quality that we're going to bring out and the level of experience that is coming in the team. I got people here that have worked for Disney. I have people that are Harvard certified. We have some additions to the team coming up. I cannot talk. I cannot let it go yet.
No, not
But
yet.
I cannot. But just know this: we're building the dream team, and
I see that.
and we have a couple positions that are crucial that are going to be getting filled up, and I'm sure the community will be excited once they hear who will be joining us, because they're coming not as advisors, they're coming as full members of the team to come and work hand in, with a full T-shirt. Like I always told Patrick, with the full T-shirt on, you know how it goes, working, and they're heavily excited about us as well. The same way we're excited about them joining us, they're excited about joining us as well, because they already went through all the due diligence to see all the fundamentals that we already have, and they also think like us that we have something that can truly compete, and that's important.
I was gonna ask, so once everything launches and then you have a list of 200,000 people, I don't think you're gonna let in 200,000 people, right? Is there gonna be a specific amount of number that are gonna like firsthand test it?
Great question. So we wanna the initial release is going to be a closed beta, right? The closed beta, if you're in iPhone, runs through TestFlight, and if you're in Android, well, that's an APK, it's more open, right? TestFlight on the iPhone side only allows for 10,000 people at the time. You cannot have more than 10,000 people.
Okay.
On Android, it's more flexible, but if we're realistic, the reason why Apple has that number is because on a test environment, you may not want to go. You may not want to stress your systems past that, because you don't know, especially in those early days, you don't know what could go wrong.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know.
No matter how the amount of testings that we can do in-house, there's always something that we didn't think about.
So is there going to be, can I like put like a bid in? Are you guys choosing people randomly?
That's where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going, because I knew that you were going to ask me.
I'm excited. So, I'm like, how do I get in?
So we're looking, and please nobody quote me on this. We have not yet released official information about this, but we're looking at around 20,000 people that is going to be joining the beta on the initial days. We are right now releasing a Omni Celebrities NFT campaign that we're giving away celebrities as NFTs to those hodling our coin, to those community members that believed in us and are holding our coin.
I saw that. Let me see if I can share that. Sorry, you can keep talking.
Yeah, you can go to OpenSea and search Omni Celebrities. So one of the perks that comes with the celebrity, so if you get one airdrop to you, or if you sell it, or if you buy one right from the secondary market, because we're not selling them, right? We're just giving them away, but people will be people, as you know. So if at the time of us releasing the app, you are holding one of these NFTs that we're releasing, you're first in line, pretty much. For that, right?
Oh, how cool.
Okay. Another perk that these NFTs bring is that you're going to be able to use them as stickers inside the app. Only if you own the NFT, you will be able, in the chat functions and the live stream chats and whatnot, it's only the owners of the NFTs will be able to use them as stickers. Some of them even, for example, the Rihanna version and the Katy Perry version, I think. Both of them also have even an AR filter. Remember what I was showing you early with the astronaut? Yep. Imagine a Rihanna themed, right? AR filter that only those who own this NFT will be able to access it inside the app and be able to even create videos and do whatever they want, create content using those filters. People that don't own the NFT, they cannot use it. They will be able to, we're gonna we're gonna continue to release more. But the idea here is that unlike on Telegram and Facebook and other places where you have a million stickers that you never use, and here it's like creating sense of ownership around and style to in your profile, because the stickers that you own or the NFTs that you own, right, are the ones that you're going to be using in your interactions. So they speak to you, because everybody's buying NFTs that are found to them for whatever reason, whether it's the art or the utility.
Self of identity. Sure.
Exactly, and then the NFTs that you own are go with your identity, and very unique from the collection that the next person owns and the next person, versus having everybody owning all the same stickers and the same filters, and then people have like too many options. It's the what I always say, that is the Baskin-Robbins syndrome. You know what is the Baskin-Robbins syndrome?
I've never heard of it.
It's a term that I invented just now, so that's why you never heard of it. But I'll tell you what it is right now. You know, when you go, it's very simple. If I take you on a date or something like that, and I take you to Baskin-Robbins, right? Every man in the house.
It's a good first date.
Right? You take your lady to you take somebody, your lady to Baskin-Robbins, and she has now 31 options to choose from. You're gonna spend half an hour of her just going like, I don't know what to, too many options. Now, if you give that same girl vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, you are out in 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? And this is what happens on stickers. There's so many options that you're overwhelmed, and when you're looking to make a creation, how many times have you been half an hour just trying to choose a sticker, finding out?
Yeah, I know this example. Yeah, I used to tell people, like, when you go to the store, here's another way to say it. Like, when you go in America, we're insane about ketchup. So you go to the ketchup aisle, there's usually around 30 brands. Statistically, usually people just don't even pick one out. I mean, maybe, but it just takes too long. Versus if there was just 2 options, it's quicker, it's easier, and people are like, all right, in and out, done. 30, just done. That's it.
Plus, exactly. So if when you go to pick your stickers for your creations, it's a collection of NFTs you own. First, you have perceived value. You have more emotional attachment to some than others. It's a much engaging experience for you. Oh, which one I should pick? But you don't have too many options, because if you do, that means that you broke the bank buying all the options, which normally will not happen. Plus, the idea here is also, you start earning a little bit of coins, and then you can use those coins to maybe get little assets and stickers and start creating that community. But what we wanted to do is come out with the first release, right? Before the app comes out, celebrities, they represent the ultimate creator, right?
Yeah.
And who best that commemorate their careers, right? And hopefully, and this is something else that these NFTs have, first of all, big disclaimer here, none of these NFTs are endorsed by any celebrities. This is a commemoration of their careers. Every piece is hand-drawn. Every piece is hand-drawn by our in-house, by Tyler Tutone, an artist that is also a community member. And they come with special perks. But let's say, because it can happen, not saying that it's ever going to happen, but it could happen, right? Nothing is impossible. Sure. Let's say that Rihanna comes tomorrow, she sees the NFT, she likes it.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's say that she joins the app.
Yeah.
If she joins the app, she doesn't have to buy the NFT, she only has to join Omni. By she doing that, we have already reserved one NFT that is for her. So if she joins the app, automatically we're going to send her the NFT. And also in OpenSea, 10% of all the secondary market value, people who sell and buy, the 10% of all the sales, we're holding that, and then we're going to ask that celebrity, okay, what do you want to do with this? Do you want it for yourself? Do you want to give it away for charity?
She gets a piece of it. So she'll get some of the money that people are just trading around, because since it's hers. So let's say if thousands of people were trading it, she's going to get a cut every
10%.
Single one. Wow. Okay. And
that's an incentive. then that when Rihanna in this example joins, right?
Right.
Now her NFT will become verified, and now you have a verified NFT signaling that
value.
artist already joined.
Yep.
And also she can decide, and this is up to them. So please don't quote me on this because certain things is at the hands of the celebrity. We're gonna let them do it. If they do it or not is their prerogative. It's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
But if they choose to do so, they can also, for those that hold the NFT, if they want to have like a private group or super fans or ability to send me a DM, access, they can, if they wanted to use the NFT as access level for people to come and talk to them or for them to hang out in a live with the people that hold my NFT, will give them that ability inside the app, right? If they, but once again, if they do it, if they use the functions or not, that's up to each individual. But we're certainly making everything around. We are big into NFTs, but we're big into NFTs with utility. That's how our system works. Every post is an NFT. Therefore, we didn't want to just make the art, which is valuable on itself because beautiful art is valuable, right? But we also wanted to add more. How can we make it even, better for those that come and get one of these NFTs? And I think that we achieved it. I'm very happy.
That's exciting. Maybe I can make some NFTs and we can work something out and we can like post it. I don't know. I was actually thinking to do a collaboration, but I'm like, where can I put it? I would like to put it in like OpenSea, but maybe we'll talk later. We can talk after, and I can kind of share some ideas on what I was thinking.
We can talk because this is just the beginning steps of a bigger vision that I have. That hopefully will come down the road, which is based on this. It's a simple premise.
Right.
How can I, through our technologies and our app, how could we possibly, we're still building this new, possibly bring functionality to all the NFTs? Even if you imagine, even if you own only a CryptoPunk, if you own a Lazy Lion or a Bored Ape, or there's several big collections, and imagine if you only can use those as stickers only if you own them. Imagine, and once again, don't quote me on this because we're working and we're trying to give design to this stuff right now. We're going to start in-house the stickers that we release because it's easier. The NFTs that we release, they're easier for us to manage. But we already see how tied to the wallet, we can pull all the NFTs owned by that wallet. And as long as we refresh it often, and that's where the key is, how soon you refresh it, giving you the ability to use it as an avatar, profile picture, and or sticker only if you own it. So imagine every NFT right now, every big project for NFT project right now on OpenSea having instant functionality inside our app. That's where we want to go, but I reckon that there is a long road ahead because we have some priorities first. So we have to first have the app, the beta out, have incorporate the functionality for the Omni celebrities, right?
Sure.
And once we have that and we see it working, we'll be able to see how hard or easy, right?
Yeah.
It will be to extend that functionality to every collection on OpenSea. But if we manage to do that, it will be, in my opinion, huge.
It's going to be huge. And that's what you guys kind of need, or every team, every development team, they kind of need. They need a test, see what works, see what people like, get all the information that you need. But I was actually kind of leaning towards this more of a personal preference question, since you are doing more NFTs and you're leaning towards that side. Do you think NFTs are a little bit mainstream now?
They're certainly going to go mainstream way faster than we think, because big celebrities and big personalities of the like of Gary Vee and whatnot that are big community drivers, right? Are already catching on. And then once I see a couple more other celebrities joining in, that which we intend to serve as a bridge to bring more celebrities into the space too,
Right.
then it's going to be game over. We see actually a big move happening on not so much on the NFT side, but on the gaming side. The gaming industry is huge. It's not mass appeal like social media is mass appeal, but it's humongous.
I agree. I feel like.
And here's the deal: the gaming community for decades have already been prone or programmed, for lack of better words, to understand the value of digital assets. I need that shield, I need that chip, I need that sword or that key to enter. And they understand the use of digital assets way better than pretty much anybody in the NFT world right now.
Right.
And the fact that NFTs are such a big component of the gaming industry right now, I think that they could be one of the narratives that take us to mass adoption. I do believe though. Now, on the art side, everything that is just the picture, right? Still a lot of revolution, but in my opinion, overheated. What do I mean? I am sorry, but I don't see how a picture of a rock, or not even a picture, the image, the drawing of a rock. I know that art is subjective. I get all that part, but I think it could bring some problems because it can pose for shadiness that, although nobody wants it or likes it, is there because of the functionalities that NFT provides, right?
Sure.
And the same happens, and anybody's hearing this. Hey, the same issue is happening on the physical art world.
Yep.
The reason why those hangings are, those are so worth it is because there's a lot of money laundering, and then that kind of moved a little bit into NFT, and that worries me a little bit because it can overheat things too fast, not allowing the space to properly mature. On the other side, I gotta say, oh my God, so glad for the artists, because finally artists with so much talent, that the artists have been taken to the cleaners for so long. Now they can properly come out and compete, but create art, value their art. I don't know about $1 million for one rock. I think that's, but I do see.
But isn't that the hype though? Like, think of Supreme. Do you remember when, I don't know if you're big into Supreme, but do you remember when they were doing like bricks? It was just a brick.
I have my same pet peeve with but
I thought you were going to say that you had it.
No, I'm like, it's a white shirt with red letters that says Supreme.
But it's the hype. People want that value. It's the same with NFT. They're like, cool, that one rock, no one's got it. I really want it.
It's flex.
It's all about the flex. Yes.
Flex.
Yes. I mean, you'll never see me with the brick that says Supreme, but some people will.
But that's the thing. But there's gonna be a big shift. Here's the thing: it's so new that the same thing happened on crypto. At the very beginning, so many crazy coins overheated. None of them are around, and the real deals that were looking to revolutionize crypto for the right reasons, in the right way, for the right motives, are still here. Everybody else is gone.
Yep.
Right? Some of them with a private island or something, but gone. Nobody's here. So the same will happen with NFTs. You will have a big hype too much, too fast, too soon, and then many will lift or get wrecked. Eventually that bubble pops, and then true valuation comes, and the real deals will remain. Because that's what it's...
Sorry, are you saying like to invest maybe now or late, or just to kind of look around later on like what lingers, what true artists have like stuck around? Are you saying,
well, I tell, I have people that have come to me from my inner network because they know I'm big into crypto, asking me, and what I tell them is the same. If you're looking at art, first of all, you got to look at something you like.
Yeah.
Second of all, what you're buying is to a community. Think about it. If you are, especially some of the profile projects, the profile picture projects, lazy lions, apes, you got to think about it like you're in a frat. And that's your access to the frat. Because here's the deal, now you get to hold that board ape that only you and high network individuals hold. And if you show up to somebody that holds the same NFT because you want to talk, that's a great entry. Oh, I got this one, yeah, you got that one, right? You're part of a special club, and believe me, there's people that are using it correctly that way, and they extract the net worth value, not the that comes with it, but it's more like a club. Now, in the other side, if you're looking, that's one side. Now, if you're looking at in-game assets, then you gotta look at the game and the utility of each asset and how they perform inside the ecosystem to see what true potential does that asset will have on a fully mature product to have demand. Because those who are smart, and I see a lot of people doing this, which they get their hands on highly community projects and highly utility-based projects, and they hold them. And then in a couple of months, when those projects come out and those assets start to like, look, anybody that own an Axie, one of their characters, I forget how their name. If you had one before the actual game came out, you see what I'm saying? Like, you were early, how much they're worth now. See, that's the key. The problem is that you never know which one will be. That's why diversification and other things come into play. But what I say always is this: as you play in this market, always invest where you're willing to lose and have fun. If you're buying NFTs and it doesn't feel fun, you shouldn't be buying NFTs. Right? It should be fun. It should, especially on the NFT side, because crypto is crypto. But the NFT side is more about community, it's more about engagement. It's about
relaxed. Yeah, I would say to anyone that's joining, don't do it for the wrong reason. Don't buy an NFT thinking that you're going to get rich. Same with crypto. Don't buy anything that thinking like, oh, I'm going to buy this and I know I'm going to make so much money. It's like, just look, do your due diligence, look at the project, look who's behind it. And I actually wanted to ask you about maybe 3 projects that you're most excited about, Manny, whether that's gaming, DeFi, or NFT. Is there anything that you want to share? Obviously, you're going to say Omni. We know that.
No, I'm going to give you 3 that are outside Omni, because obviously Omni is the best project on the face of Earth, and we all know that already.
Yes.
First of all, Star Atlas. I have to say that ambitious project, great team. That was one of mine. Great team.
I'm super excited.
What they're doing is great. Love the way things are moving. Big things to deliver on by the team, being honest, because it's a full, but Unreal Engine should aid a lot on that. I love the fact that they're going to do like a mini game first that has a lot of, that will allow to keep the community engaged there while they take their time to build the real deal. So that I think that was a very good, smart move by them. I will not, in terms of getting in or out, that's everybody's prerogative. But it's a great project, right? The play to earn model there is strong. In the other side, outside NFTs, outside all the crazy world of NFTs and DeFi. Well, not DeFi. This is DeFi, but it's not NFTs. Formation Fi. They're about to finally come. This is what they do. Think about it like a decentralized hedge fund is the best way to put it, using risk parity. It's like quite complex if you dive into the fundamentals, but the reality is that what they're doing is that it makes it easy for the new person. You want to get exposure, but you want to limit your risk. You can hold a basket, if you will, of coins inside one of these alpha strategies. They have alpha, gamma, beta, a couple, and they're about to release their alpha, which I was waiting because, when you are a hodler, that's the best way to put it. I'm not a trader. I just accumulate and hodl for a long time.
Yeah.
You want to be earning yield and you want to be chasing yield everywhere, but you don't.
Right.
Especially people like me, people that either don't understand it, and the people that understand it don't have the time. So imagine having something that can do it for you. So they're finally coming out. The app is coming out. I don't know if a couple of weeks. I know closely when, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it.
What's the project called again?
It's formation, like you're forming something. Formation dot 5.
Formation dot 5. Okay.
It's a great project, but it's totally different. I wanted to bring something outside the realm, because you also need to people need to diversify into sectors,
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say, have you heard of Pluto Alliance? Have you heard of that one? It's like an NFT. It's an NFT like art project that actually I just found this out that BitBoy Crypto is involved. So that's gonna naturally just bring that hype. Obviously, he's gonna be pushing it with this huge audience. So it's been interesting. I've been kind of looking at that one a little bit closer, just because BitBoy Crypto is behind it.
No,
So
exactly. When you know that there are big names that are getting geared towards to push something, you can ride those waves, and no shame on that. That's part of the game on the begins. That's the goal.
100%.
So those two are really good. There are several others that I could speak about, but I honestly like a lot, and I mean a huge lot. But I'm a fundamentalist. Yep. Moon River and Moonbeam both, because Moon River is Kusama, but the thing is that people need to understand is like you are bringing the power of Ethereum into Polkadot. You're EVMing your smart contract from Ethereum into Polkadot and once, or Kusama, right? Layer 0. But you get all the benefits and the speed. And that's huge, huge, huge. It's just coming out. It's gonna still take a couple years to fully mature. But once it's already doing very well, anyways, it's taking off like crazy. But for those of us that understand the purpose of the project in the overall ecosystem, right? I mean, huge, and so those three really got me moving. Actually, one of them got me out of the bed today for a minute because I wanted to get updated.
Nice.
That's really good, and we're collaborating with several partners here at Omni too. That are, we have Split is doing amazing things. I cannot talk because but
that's what he said.
Split are doing. Whoever's sleeping, I don't know what's happening. The market has not woken up to it. I don't know, but Split is doing crazy things, and we're going to be using their technology here at Omni, so we cannot be more excited about it. So there's also another project that for me is beautiful, and I'm a fundamentalist, so for me is every project that is building stuff that is looking to empower the individual. So if I see empowerment of the individual, I'm usually instantly in love.
Well, good. And what do you think about Solana?
I think that Solana is just a blockchain.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest. Sometimes I shouldn't be too honest because I don't want to burn bridges.
See, that's why sometimes
I don't want to burn bridges. I love what Solana is doing, what the team is doing. They're just another blockchain, and here's the problem.
Yeah.
You see too many YouTubers around, and sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it's like they gang up together. Do they coordinate to talk about the same blockchain at the same time? Because it's like you feel like one YouTuber comes out and talks about Solana, and then the next, and all of a sudden for 2 weeks you see this big hype about, and not only Solana, any project, it happens.
Yeah.
Big hype about that project, and then they move to the next. Right now, watch, they're starting to move into Cosmos. Why? Solana broke. There's no other way to put it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no nice way to say it. It broke.
Right, it did. But I think there was a few positive things that I saw really quick. Yeah, of course, as you can probably hear, I'm a Solana fan. I can't help it. And so I'll kind of lean more. I mean, there was pros and cons, right? The network shut down there was way too many transactions. And I was just happy to see that the price stayed, not too many complaints. They fixed it really, really like early, like within like 24 hours. And again, price didn't change. It was just really
that the market is reacting really cool. Plus,
yeah.
and once again, there's both sides, right?
There is.
So because, okay, learning experience, it makes you be more robust. It makes you realize in a real use case scenario when shit gets real, what can happen, and we're not immune. So hopefully we'll never have that type of issues. But the real deal is like when you're a blockchain, the stakes are higher because you have many projects depending on you, and the reputation of them also get affected. Because now every other project that's building on Solana, their communities internally, I'm pretty sure they're raising those questions, right? What's going to happen? That was just maybe the type
will it crash again?
Yeah, I know. And some people can say, well, this was only for with the hype of Star Atlas, one game. Assuming that was the hype that drove it. I know that at the beginning they did slow down a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know what drove. I haven't researched well enough to I haven't looked at any autopsy report, right, about what drove the incident. But whatever it was, imagine when you have 100 metaverses with gaming, with bunch, those are the things. Like, I get it. Nothing is perfect, and
as a developer,
and that's the problem. So if you go to Ethereum, good luck with the gas fees and the speed. But if you go to Solana or else, there's more centralization. There's always trade-offs. Us projects, what we're doing here at Omni is that we're not going to bet with any single chain, because why not? We're building our own bridge, right? And we plan to have our asset to be fully cross-chain agnostic. Then, given that our app is segmented, everything is segmented. The way we build it is on micro services. So if we need to build a feature for the app that touches blockchain, assuming that feature touches blockchain, because not every feature does, right? But let's say that it's a feature that touches blockchain, and we need the features of Kusama. Well, we run on Moonriver. We launch our feature on that smart contract. Now we get the speed of Kusama and the benefits. But let's say that there's another feature that, for whatever reason, Polygon is the best option. And no, Polygon is the best option for this one. Well, that feature called Polygon, because thanks to the bridge we're building and the way we're building it with, we're not doing burn mint functions. Like every bridge usually works. You burn and you mint a new one. And then if you go to the other side, you burn and you mint. What we do is that we lock and we unlock. And we lock. So the supply stays the same. It's the same across everything. And you have your coins on lock or lock, and the chain that you have them moving. That allows us to be very creative on certain things. But with that bridge at the center, it does not matter. We can be on any chain. And for example, something like Solana breaks or something, we can just EVM over to something else. And ask the community, here's the bridge, take whatever you had it there, move it over, or vice versa. I know that Solana has a bright future ahead of themselves.
And that's why I wanted to get your
technology is amazing. Everything is working, and it sucks that you have this black swan events. It happens, but hey, look at Ethereum. We had the DAO hack back in the day. So every chain that has come out at some point, you can argue that maybe Bitcoin hasn't, right? You can argue that Bitcoin, but several of them had to at some time even fork or upgrade or pause and, several things. Either way, they're a great technology. They're still early on. It's early. There's a bunch of hype moving, but they're still not as mature as Ethereum. So they will take some time for full adoption to take place there. But I do foresee a future And this is just me looking in. I do foresee a future. People are always looking for that winner. Who's gonna be the winner?
Yeah,
Ethereum, Bitcoin,
I think so.
no.
I think Solana would definitely beat that race. But again,
I
that's
don't think we're not.
me
I don't
coming
think we're
from
gonna
fan.
have a winner. That's the thing. I don't think that it's not about having a winner. We have several choices, and every project
But man, you
chooses.
just said that. You just said who's gonna be the winner. I'm like, yeah, Solana's gonna be.
Yeah,
the
well,
winner.
everybody's
Actually,
always look. No,
there's
what I said is like everybody's always looking to see who's gonna be the winner, right?
right.
Everybody's like, oh, who's gonna be the winner? Who's gonna be? That's what everybody wants, and it creates FOMO, and it creates.
How about this? Who's gonna survive it? Who's just gonna survive it? Right? It can be 3 people, 5 people that can survive it. It can be 1. You know,
I see most. You know, if you look right now, Solana, Matic, you know, all the layer 2s, Kusama, the layer 0s, Polkadot, all that. All of those will survive, but they will all coexist. That's what I'm trying to say. Is people need to stop looking for a winner and start understanding that some blockchains are better for some type of projects and other blockchains are better for other types of projects. Depending on what project is building is what they're going to choose. So you may want to have a stake in all of them.
Question, will Omni win the race?
On social media, I can bet my own this it will. Because that's our true competitor. That's something I want to make clear here. We are not competing with any crypto project. We're not competing with nobody in crypto.
Is there other social media platforms that are kind of doing something similar?
We're not competing with them.
Oh, okay.
I am competing with myself first.
Mm-hmm. Good
And
co-founder answer. I love that.
And Facebook and Instagram and the powers that be second.
Yep.
That's where my eyes are. And I'm going to create a product that is capable of competing with that. If anybody in the crypto space wants to go ahead, do it. I know what I'm doing, right? And I know that if we get the help of the people, because no matter how good our project is, we are nothing without you, without your community, without the community of the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. If we have in the crypto space the power to flip the script, but we have to choose one. We have to say, okay, forget about blockchains, because blockchains are blockchains. We need a killer dApp. What will be the dApp that will take us to mass adoption? We can all agree that social media has the potential of taking us there. But we need a social media app that you can feel good about promoting. The reality is go around crypto, any app, anything that is out, anything that exists right now, you go download it. First of all, 90% of them will not have an app. So it's on the web, dead on arrival, because social moves on mobile, not on desktops. And the other 3% that do have an app, it's just like a little app on Amazon. Sometimes it blows my mind. So, you know, nobody in the crypto space will be promoting or will rally behind an app that is not capable of delivering. But if an app arises that is capable of delivering, that looks, feels, behaves, it has nothing to envy. When you pull Instagram, when you pull TikTok, if our app has nothing to envy from them, then I do believe that the crypto space can rally behind and say, you know what, let's all together promote one app and get it to mass adoption. We can do that without even celebrities joining. The current people inside the crypto space already has that power. But if on top of that, you add that we are going to be bringing one of the biggest dogs in. I cannot. But once that, you know, once they get going on promoting the app, because they're here to promote the app, it's key for me. No, you're here to make an app successful. Because everything else becomes the consequence of, right? Once we go through all that, I'm very biased, people. If you're listening to me, I'm the CEO of the company. I'm so biased, but I believe.
But we want that, you know. If the community sees you, they see how passionate software. developer, it's like you really connect with it, and you're wearing the shirt, you're talking about it nonstop working. I mean, I see you guys work. I see Petrix and you guys are nonstop.
Yeah, Petrix is a machine. I don't know if he ever sleeps.
I know. He doesn't.
At 9 a.m. this morning, I'm telling the guy, hey, good morning. I already knocked 2 calls, right? This morning, he's like, I'm coming out of my 4th. What have you been doing? I'm like, shit, I gotta catch up with this guy.
Yeah, you know what? You got a great person on your team, and then I mean, both you guys work really well together, and that's great to see. It's great to see within like the outside, the inside, and you know what? I kind of wanted to slightly wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. Sure. I asked you that if we want to take a tequila shot, but no tequila, we got coffee. I got coffee. I don't know if you have your coffee.
Always.
Right. Cheers for that.
Cheers. And this is what I tell people: if you ever see me talking on an interview and anywhere, and I don't have my coffee at hand, you're not speaking with the real man. That's just plain and simple.
Be a best time to kind of close out and kind of give the conclusion. But Manny, it's been a heck of a conversation, a heck of a talk. I've always had a good time with you. I was literally just telling Petrix, your main guy, I was like, dude, I'm so excited. That guy has so much energy. He's like someone that I literally want to be up to where it's like, boom, I'm here. So it's amazing to understand more about the app and what it really will hold for the future. And I'm excited for the release. Hopefully, I'm one of the 10,000 people, beta testers, to try out the app. So let me know. Maybe since I hosted this interview, maybe I can...
Check with Petrix. We'll see. No, or get an NFT. That'll get you. No. Thank you so much, JoJo. Thank you so much for having me over. It's been a blast. And yes, like you said, when we talk, it's like we go for hours talking crypto and talking things. So that's great. Very easy to talk with. I apologize if I interrupted in some places, but that's just me.
You're just passionate. You're just a passionate individual.
Exactly, but it's been a true pleasure, and I cannot wait to see where you can take this channel now that you're taking over. So I wish you the best of luck with it, and I cannot wait to watch you on the weekly basis. Have you as part of to watch with my cup of coffee.
Hey, at least that's one thing we'll have in common. The viewers here will still see me drink coffee.
Perfect.
And I'll be like, this one's for Manny.
Maybe the occasional tequila shot.
I will, and I'll put it in here, but no one will know.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Manny. And yeah, hope to see you around.
All right, thank you.